Okay, hello friends. How goes it? Good afternoon. It's an early stream today, as you can see. It's EU friendly. I believe the designer, ABunchOfNumbers, should be joining us pretty soon. Let's see who is here. Sean Wen, hello. Daytime stream indeed. Yes. Hubert, hello. Captain Mal, hello. Happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday then. Let's go. Conan, hello. ODM with the 63 fucking months. Hello. Thank you so much, ODM. As always. I always appreciate you. Quappa, hello. Thanks for the prime. Oh, did you sub prime last time too? I thought you did. Anyway, let's see who is here. Jay Ridgie, hello sir. How are you? Good to see you. Bolok, hello. Maylee, good afternoon. Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had a productive, good week so far. I hope it's been good. So today we have a pretty exciting build in my opinion. We have a TKL called the Fragment TKL. Technically the A is a capital letter delta, but a fragment, right? Fragment TKL by ABunchOfNumbers. ABunchOfNumbers is a designer based, I believe, in the UK. They have previously designed other boards like the Quantum 60, which had a good amount of success as well. And the Fragment TKL is kind of like their upcoming design here. They're going to be running a group buy pretty soon for it. I can tell you exact details because they were very gracious to provide a reviewer information document, which is super handy. I really like it when designers provide all the info in one place. But I'll kind of give you the gist of it. There's a configurator, which I've linked in the build command, where you can pick a variety of options from the colors to the layout to the accents. So what's kind of intricate about this particular board is that it, not only has some classic looking features, but it also introduces kind of a mix of materials, which is a complex and difficult process, especially to achieve with things that are kind of beyond the typical stuff. So, beyond alu, steel, brass, copper, you name it. We also now have resin and wooden parts, which is pretty cool. There's wooden backing, there's resin accents, there's all sorts of cool stuff, whether it's opened or not open or split or not split. That kind of stuff is all integrated into the design, which is really nice. And they have a nice configurator that kind of shows all the details of that, which is pretty nice. Pricing starts around like $340 and then goes up from there depending on your choices. You can obviously get extra parts. There's all sorts of details about tariffs, and obviously like any disclaimers that you need to know about shipping and all these kinds of things, and as well as and so yeah, so it's top mount or gummy O-ring mount, which you can do plateless or with plate, I believe. And the group buy will be starting in, it appears to be 3 days from now. So right now it's the 7th of November and it starts on the 10th and it goes up for a month. There is no limit on the unit count and it delivers sometime next year, basically a year from now. So, if you do participate, it's going to be a while from now, but, I think they have a track record and they have worked pretty diligently to get these prototypes to the point where they feel satisfied about them. But that said, we will be building it today and providing feedback if necessary. And so let's see, what else do we have? Logistics. Okay, that's just logistics stuff. Shipping. So GB date I mentioned. Delivery time depends on the order quantity. Front height 20 millimeters. 8-degree typing angle. There's a few alignment gaskets as well as standoff gaskets to help align everything. They have nice diagrams for the screws, which is nice. Alignment pins for the corners of the case, which is sweet for you to align the PCV. And then there's O-rings that clip to the corners of the PCB, which is pretty nifty. You can see a nice diagram here, sort of like they use like this O-ring that clips to the PCB, which is nice. So it kind of keeps everything nice and straight and rectangular. And then they talk about the quality of the resin and whatnot. So anyway, very handy document to have. What am I looking at here? Is this homework? Yes, it's my homework. My homework is to understand the intricacies of the design and convey to you guys in a way that's digestible. My soul is always with you. Oh, dude, what the hell? Okay, so Mason Gray is making a reference to a show that I just finished watching. It's a show that's kind of older. I mean, it came out like, when did it come out? Technically, Banana Fish. Release anime. It came out in 2018. You know, I just watched it. I like started watching years ago, and then I didn't finish it because I was like in the middle of grad school stuff at the time. And so I just came back to it and I binged the rest of it with my partner, and it's an amazing show. I would 100% put it in my top 10 probably, because they pack so many characters, so many details, so much story and character development. Even the villain is somewhat like, you can sympathize a little bit, like in moments, like you're like, wow, they're a cool villain. There's like characters like that. Very well written story and really nicely adapted. It was adapted from like a manga, and but you know, really excellent. I highly recommend it. And I just finished it, and I'm like kind of emo about it, but yeah, Mason Gray was just making a reference to that. Afternoon, a bunch of numbers. Welcome, welcome. Curious, is that your personal Beetle 60 unit, Diego? I do get to keep it for as long as basically I'm asked for. If someone says like, hey, can you send it to this person, then I have to do that. You know, I'm obligated to. But yeah, for the time being, yes. But otherwise, you know. So there are times when designers are like, or like designers or vendors are like, oh, actually, you know, we wanted this person to review this. Do you still have that unit that you built that time? Can you just send it out to this person? I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. There's a publicly viewable variant of that. If I can post a link, yes, go ahead and post a link, please. Mr. Frank, hello. Hola, hola. How are you, my friend? 38 months? You talking about card captors? Card captor Sakura? Card captor Sakura is pretty good, okay? Don't you dare talk shit about card captor. It's you know, a lot of people feel nostalgia for card captor, okay? It's a good show. SMH. I'll be waiting for your report. Times New Roman size, 12 fonts, single space? Yeah, if it's not double space. Single space? Chicago format? Okay. You're not an MLA type of guy? Okay. Alright, so let's open this up. So we have two PCBs. We have a hot swap and a solder. I'll talk about the PCB shortly. And then we got a plate. I actually don't know what plate it is, so that's why I didn't specify it in the build command. Look how nicely it's... Ooh, it's carbon fiber! Oh, that's so handy. Oh, that's perfect. Because... so it's funny, but for this build stream, I actually prepped some MX Browns from scratch. And so it's perfect that it's a carbon fiber plate, because carbon fiber plates go really nicely with MX Browns. So I think this will be a fun build. Oh, not Card Captor Sakura, the US one. Oh, okay. My bad. But you still don't you dare talk shit about Card Captor Sakura. Okay. Alright, so we got a CF plate here. I'll just show the PCBs because it's important for me to kind of show all the little deets. So let me carefully take this out. So for the solderable PCB, here it is. It's a nice gray silkscreen. And we have compatibility wise, so let's see. So we have no LEDs first and foremost. Obviously this PCB will not work for like your typical H80 like Heine PCB H80 H87 type of PCB because it has these special clips here. And then the JST positioning is different as well. It's in the middle here. We have an RPi controller. And compatibility wise, we have stepped and regular caps. We have ANSI and ISO. We have a fixed 7U bottom row. We have a fixed F13 top row, so this will not work for any F12. And then a split and regular backspace, ANSI and ISO enter, as well as split and regular right shift. So it looks like the hot swap is pretty much exactly the same, except for the fact that it does not support ISO on the hot swap, probably due to interference of the hot swap sockets. So we have ANSI only on the hot swap version, but otherwise everything else is the same. Knew it when I saw the CF plate. I can swear I did not know that I was getting a CF plate. So it's fun coincidence. Like I may have been told, but I must be honest, this week has been pretty busy for me. So I did not get to I did not unpack this beforehand or anything. So I did not know I was getting on the CF plate, and yeah. But yeah, CF plate, very fun. Kind of miss doing these builds with MX Brown sometimes. You know? Even though I do them frequently enough, I just have an itch. Okay. So we'll use a hot swap for today. There's a wire solder onto the PCB for the backspace on the hot swap due to my mistake on the protos. A wire onto the backspace? A wire? Oh, I see it. Technically, that's the pipe key actually. Unless you're using a split backspace, but that's the pipe key. That's nicely soldered though. Huh. Good job. It's clean. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's a little wire connecting here. Okay, better be careful with that then. How dare you build MX Browns on anything besides polycarbonate? Oh yeah, how dare I. We have a nice cloth with, well, a bunch of numbers, you might say. And then we have these guys. I assume this is the gummy O-ring that sort of clips on. It's pretty interesting. It's rectangular. And technically, I guess, is it technically an O-ring or is it more like a, it's just like a gasket rather. Oh, this one is more, oh no, they're like kind of flat cross-section wise. But this is handy. The corners thing. It's I have two different ones. And then we got some resin badges. Ooh, look at that. I believe these are both made and finished in the UK. Ooh. Swirly. Very, very cool. One for the F13 and one for the navigation cluster. And then we here have screws, bump-ons, gaskets, or rather like, you know, the pieces that go into different places, little blocks, and our unified DB. These might be extra bolts. Very nice, nicely organized. right. Hello guys, TGI Fridays. Yes, thank God it's Friday and TGI Fridays. Yes, yes, yes. Go get your fries. I believe does the McDonald's app do like cheap fries every week sort of thing? I thought this O-ring was awesome and innovative. I think that PCB key snaps takes a little of the wind out of its sails. That's fair. You know, key snap, the PCB key snap thing from Nux Rose Gian is meant to be like fits a variety of boards sort of thing, which is pretty nifty. But it's always nice when designers come up with their own ways of kind of making things convenient, you know? So it's a big quality of life improvement. All right, let's unpack this. Look at that. Ooh, let's take a look. It already has some, ooh. Oh shit, that's so sick. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at this. Damn, okay. So there we have the board. That's the Fragment, product of the United Kingdom. Here's the version of the prototype. Nice engraving of the logo. We have some internal brass weights. We have some wooden accent over here showing. DB straight into the middle. We have the diagonal bolt tech. Basically prevents you from, you know, it's not as visible from the top. Also kind of better to use bigger screws. Bigger bolts, and it's gonna give you a bit more structural integrity there. And then look at these sick accents. Look at that split resin and wood. This is tough work. This is crazy. Like, this is really nice. Look how clean the lines dividing the resin and the wood are, and they like fit so nicely and tightly together. This is super nice, tolerance wise, as well as just like overall finish. That's really sweet. I hope that these do not become like a bottleneck process in production, but you know, considering that a lot of this is handmade and stuff, it's definitely gonna be you know, tough to produce a large quantity of these, but I hope that, you know, quality doesn't suffer as this gets accomplished. But this is super nice. That's really nice attention to detail there. It's very sweet, very nicely done. Can you look at the screw finish on the bottom? Alex had some flaws. Sure. So side profile is pretty kind of more standard. You know, it's not quite a wedge, but you know, you kind of get this floating look because it kind of gets tapered like that. But it's a pretty kind of classic look inside. Very triangular and rectangular and so on. But overall, the rest of the design does have some cool features. This weight over here has multiple facets, not only a back-facing one, but sort of like a bottom-facing one at an angle. It pretty much fills that whole gap in the back. It's essentially a back piece weight, and it goes all the way through there. And then in addition to that, you get these very nice filleted like wooden accents that have also been finished. Super nice. These are the walnut accents. This is nice. This is nice, man. USB port over here, part of the weight in the case. And then here the bottom. The whole alignment on the back plate wasn't perfect, and I ended up needing to drill and sand them to fit on these protos. The hole and chamfers are going to be done in the UK with a CNC router. Ah, I see. Yeah, all good, all good. But yeah, man, that's sick. The finish on the wood, it looks like it's been kind of like varnished, right? Like clear coated. So you won't risk, you know, getting damaged through water, whatever, you know, humidity, that kind of stuff. It will not penetrate this easily, so that's good. Always a concern with wooden products in general. It's that wooden products are, you know, organic, they're live things, and so over time things may change, you know. And so when it comes to fitment on delicate parts, it's always important to seal your finished product to protect them from that change, like structurally speaking and whatnot, and also to kind of like preserve that finish as long as possible. But super nice. So this is the frost top slate bottom, which is essentially silver top and gray bottom. Clear varnish and hand polish, since added matte and gloss finishes. I like the gloss finish on this. I have to say, I'm a matte finish type of person in general. Like, you talk to me about copper, brass, steel, even wood, you know, like whatever it is. I like the more like raw, like matte kind of look. But this is nice. It's done nice and evenly, and so it looks really good. It's very, very nice. Okay, well, right on. Very, very nice looking case. For the price, I mean, instantly, like, if I have to say something about it, is, you know, it's kind of a crazy price for what it offers. Like, all this stuff going on for it, like, even if you add-ons, like, will cost you more, but even at the base level, there's a lot going on here, and so it's very nicely done. And it's very, very attractive for the price, in my opinion. Okay, so for now I'll put this aside. I am liking, another thing that I do like seeing here is the bezel proportion. So one thing that kind of does bother me a little bit on F13 TKLs is that the bezels tend to look a little thin, because as you add the F13 key, things get compressed a little bit more. And so here I think it's a nice proportion on the side versus top and bottom bezels. So it kind of gives it that nice blocky sort of design, but at the same time it accomplishes, you know, it not looking as overcrowded as it might seem. So it's a nice proportion here for the bezels and the distances between things. So very nice, very, very pretty. We can also change these accents for the full version ones, essentially the full resin, but I think the split looks so nice. I think I'm gonna leave the split ones, but the full resin ones I'll just leave here for reference. Okay, let's go ahead and start our build. So as a point of reference, actually, we also have a second assembly that a bunch of numbers just sent with, rather. So this looks like is this a plastic plate? This looks like a plastic plate with MX blacks, and here we already have it pre-assembled with one of these O-rings that clip onto the PCB. So you can sort of see the way it's assembled. It's very nice. So this is very convenient because it like just clips right onto the corner here, and then it kind of like sits on the bottom perimeter of the PCB. So PP plate, MX blacks, and 78 O-ring. Very nice. We can try this out in a bit. How about we try this first? Get a first impression, and then we build it up with the MX Browns that I prepped over here. The 70A is quite tight with the PCB. It's going to be adjusted. Ah, okay. No worries. All good. Right, so from the top. So these look like hex. I should get an MX Brown on CF build. The HKB helped me get over tactiles. Oh, nice. Did you used to not like tactiles at all? And then you got an HKB and now you kind of like them? I think, yeah, MX Browns are nice because it's just subtle tactility. It's not very, like, it doesn't feel as forceful as the heavy tactiles out there. That's why people who really like tactiles really want the snappier ones, right? It wasn't that I didn't like tactiles. It was just, it just wasn't something I really cared for. I didn't want to feel the bump. Yeah, that's fair. Especially after using the HKB for work. Yeah, Topre for work is the move. I love using Topre for work. I think I switched to linears at work, but I might have to switch back to Topre soon. All right, so there comes off our top piece. And so let me show you what the bottom piece looks like again. So we will have to install some stuff. So let me go ahead and maybe start with the bump-ons down here. Whenever I type on Browns, I feel like they feel like wobble. It's weird. Okay. Holy, what an early stream. Yeah. Early for sure. Okay. The lighting looks the same. Where the sun and window at, Diego? Window all the way over there, and it's also kind of overcast today. So, and it's already like what, 4? Ever since we had the hour change from daylight savings, it gets dark at like 4:40. It's horrible, dude. Getting out of work and the sun already being set is like, ugh. Depressing. Depressing. Oh wait, these are hex actually. Gotta wake up earlier? Yeah, true. Already dark at 4:40? Or just do not go to work? Ah, yes. Yes, right. So my partner is currently applying for jobs, and I also should just not work. Easy. Yeah, just no income. No income. The government will surely support us. Wait a minute. The government is shut down. Diego, we can wake up early to see the sun and wait in the radio bakery line together. Ooh. Crazy. I'm not a morning person. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Let's see. There's also these alignment pins. So it's not these ones. These guys. These guys, yeah. Right? Okay. Just move to the EU? Yes, of course. Of course! I should just move to the EU. Yeah, right. Duh. I should just uproot myself. Our M pins are already installed. Oh, I see. On the board here. Oh, okay. Oh, they are. Okay. So you can see them installed right there. Those are spares just in case. Ah, well, pre-installed is nice, but thank you. Okay, so these are spares. I'll just put them back in the bag. Okay, so maybe we can try some. So this is the O-ring. So this one just kind of lays on top, right? Oh, come on, JST. Just line up, please. There we go. The gaskets are required? Oh, just, okay, my bad. Still need to put gaskets, okay. Oh, yes, I see. Okay. I'll unplug this because it's easier. So let's see, gasket placement, top mount, alignment pins, top mount tabs, here. Gasket positioning, okay. So these guys and these guys, and these guys are spares. I've been on call all week, and the on-call person works the morning shift, so I've been coming into work at 6:30 a.m. Oh, damn. That's rough. But hey, I think I see the benefits of doing everything early in the morning. If you're a morning person, that's great for you. Diego, are you okay? Wait, what happened? Did I do something wrong? I'm okay. I'm doing fine. What's wrong with me? A lot of things are wrong with me, but what else is wrong with me? You're talking about the sun setting? I mean, the sun sets at like 5 p.m. here. Sorry, what's the sunset time exactly? I'm gonna look it up now because I'm curious. Oops. Did I accidentally unplug that? Sunset time. 4:45 p.m. It's crazy. I hate it. I hate it. I miss it, man. This is like winter is a time I miss when I lived back in Mexico when the sun didn't set that early. Because, you know, you're closer to the, you know, you're in the tropics essentially, so yeah. Pain. Okay, and then there's 8 PCB standoff gaskets right here. Okay. But now it's soup season. Time to make my trip to Raku. Oh hell yeah, I love Raku. Yes, I also yeah, we make a lot of soup. Actually, we just bought some beef shin, I believe. And we've been making some like soup at home. Like we like put a bunch of veggies, we put some beef or like some kind of meat, and then just boil it for a while in the Dutch oven. And then you know, have that with like some bread or noodles. Yeah, so good. I generally like early sunset because it means cooler weather. Oh, that's fair. I mean, I can appreciate the cooler weather. Yes, I do like my seasons, okay? The only thing that I personally just don't like is the getting out of work and seeing that it's already dark. Even if my day starts early, yes, I'll enjoy the day, but I'm spending most of the day at work anyway. You know? So if I'm spending most of the time at work, today's the exception because on Fridays I tend to work from home, so I get the freedom of like starting early, ending early, that kind of stuff. But when it's like a regular day at work, then it's like, you know, it kind of varies. Sundaekguk time? I bought regular shin. Yum, 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 yum. Basically like a 곰탕 though, yeah. Except I have not been craving spicy soup base. Like in a proper 곰탕. So we've been doing like a mild version. I finally did the slice of cheese in shin, and not gonna lie, I kinda get it. Ooh. The best part is when you buy like a meat with bone and you oh, this doesn't have one here. Okay, got it. Probably because, all right, there we go. So 7 of them. It's not my fave, but I understand the hype. I can see it. The best part is when you put something with bone in it and there's like bone marrow and it like kind of blends into the soup. Oh, so good. You know that precious fat from the bone is not just any fat. Anyway, sorry. If you're vegetarian or vegan, I'm so sorry. It's horrible. Okay, so I have placed my gaskets. I think that's about it. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, in Shin ramen. Oh, my bad. I was like, cheese? Beef? Cheese? Sounds good. But Shin ramen, oh, I'm not an instant noodle eater actually. I think I eat instant ramen like twice a year, max. The reason being that it just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know what it is. I just kind of feel sick every time I eat it. And yeah, I don't know. Never crave it. Like, I'll have it when people are having it, and like it's like, oh, do you want a bite? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I'm down. But I will never reach into the pantry to make one unless I literally have nothing else to do. Yeah. Oh my god, come on, JSD cable. I'm like having skill issue here. Sorry for the hungry folks though. Actually starving. I'm kind of hungry. Kind of hungry talking about food. Oh, that's pretty neat. So I want to talk about the structure of this. It's slightly different way of doing O-ring mount, in the sense that it has double gasketed form here. So let's talk a little bit about this. So you have the O-ring. You can see the O-ring passing through these gaps, right? So these gaps are where the standoffs are for the PCB. And the O-ring is passing through underneath, and so this essentially serves as a little trampoline. But it's not just sitting on the aluminum standoffs on the case, it's also sitting on those little pour-on gaskets that we placed. So it kind of gets this nice compressible sort of bouncy and soft, cushiony mechanism. So quite nice. A nice and soft way of doing both plateless as well as with plate O-ring gasket mount. Pretty nice. And the corners also help because these little tabs do protrude out from the PCB, so they do need to sit on something, and so they also sit on these gaskets at the corners, and they also help align. The PCB having these protrusions also means that it's pretty much self-aligned in a way, and once the case top goes on, you know, it's perfectly aligned. So pretty nice, pretty cool. I can appreciate all this detail. So we can put the bolts back on. Trampoline mount is a great term. Yeah. Oh, crap. Always hate it when I do this. God damn it. There we go. Not sure if I should ask this now, but when is the Synovia build stream? No, that's a fair question to ask. So the Synovia, it was originally slated for me to build it basically this coming week. But unfortunately, I am going to be away this coming week, like in the latter part of the week, and then through like for around like a week I'll be away and stuff. And basically I'll just be busy. And so I decided with Bowl that we'll do that build after we come back. So probably closer to the end of November for the Synovia build stream. But I am going to be building the Synovia later on this month. Just that it will be towards the end of the month. Yeah. That's one thing to dislike about the screwless boards. Yeah. Like aiming the right place for the screw to go on. Like the screws are sort of magnetized, but I'm also fighting gravity. Sometimes gravity just wins. But I do like the way this was done, because doing these diagonal bolts, right? You know, this is a technique that's you can take from woodworking. Woodworking also does that to integrate parts at an angle. And what's nice about them is that you will not have the interference of the screw anymore when it comes to like the switches, right? Like normally when you have directly vertical ones, you have a little like extra protrusion there that has a screw hole for it, and then it will sometimes rub against the corners of those switches that are surrounding it, making it tad difficult to put switches on in that particular place, or sometimes you need to clip them a little bit. A lot of content creators are going to build the Synovia, but the two I'm most hyped for are you and Alex. Oh, hey, that's so nice of you to say that. I do not consider myself a hype content creator. Heebie-jeebies. I'm a little allergic to that. But it's very nice to hear that. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. I hope it's to your liking, but you know, we're just here doing it because it's fun. We both enjoy it. I mean, obviously Alex does do it because it's his thing, but you know, and he's obviously a lot more professional about it than I am. All right, so there we have it. So this is the first build. I am going to edit the build command. So copy, edit cmd exclamation build. Oh my god, typing on this without a keycaps is oh. So oh wait, why did it not copy? Copy, paste. Oh, okay. Oh, that's control. So the first, wait, CF. And then right now I'm gonna be typing on, okay, well, I'll edit that first. And then, and then we'll put keycaps on this. Okay. I would love content with you talking more intimately about certain boards you really like. I could do it. I think the main reason I don't like showcasing my collection as much is just because people tend to get a little, I don't know what it is. Like some people kind of harass other people for what they have. And so I've been more low-key about the stuff I have. Just cause yeah. People are like, oh, when are you gonna show a collection pic and stuff? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. Sell me your unicorn. You have 3. How come you have all these boards? And I'm like, well, cause I got them. I also worked through like to get them. I don't know how to explain this. All right, let's put some keycaps on this. I don't know what to put on this. Let's try putting. Oh, there's a new set that I wanted to put on. We can try that one. Let me bring it. I'll show you which one it is very soon. It won't look like as good in the sense that it's not like a match, but I think it'll look pretty nice. Why are my windows all like sized weirdly now? I'm looking at my OBS here. Okay, BRB. Okay, I'm back. This is the set I wanted to try. Oh, wait, is this the right orientation? I think it's the right orientation. But if you don't know which set this is GMK Prussian Blue. I got this set in from Cafage a little while back. And it's a set I've been excited to check out. Ooh, look at that. COIL, Prussian Blue. Little cards from GMK now. Very nifty. Look at this. Ooh la la. Beautiful. Okay, let's start here. This set has been on my radar as well. I was really bummed when this set got canceled the first time. They had canceled it because it didn't do so hot, and then the kit was edited, which was nice. I think the new kitting is much nicer than the first one. So I personally like that. Oops. Man, I really do need MTNU set with Polish subs at some point. Oh, that would be great. Actually, I do wonder what sets have sub-legends on MTNU right now. Oh, there's Cadet. There's Space Cadet. That one looked very good. I was wondering how they would look, but yeah, I think subs on MTNU would look pretty sweet. That would be a pretty sick set. I think Polish like layout looks so pretty. I'm using Space Cadet and the alphas are below the sub legends on it. Yeah, okay, got it. That's pretty neat though. Yeah, I do remember how they looked on photos, so. I do like MTNU a lot, but I don't want to spend too much for sets. So I got the graphite one, the blanks, which was great, and the Dolce one. I don't have any bright colored sets for MTNU, but it's a very nice profile. I really like it. Let's put these. Beautiful. Beautiful. I want to try MTNU, but not crazy about the all caps legends. That's fair. Some people are just not that big into the spherical profiles, so it's understandable. Okay, let me move this a little bit. Okay. You can see it on this view too. Looks like there. Oh, that's a big window. Can't use blanks because skill issue? Oh, damn. Okay, so let's try this. This is MX Blacks, the PP plate. Oh, this P is like needs to be reseated. I think that maybe it has a bent pin. Ah, it does have a bent pin. Okay. Okay. PP full plate and 70A O-ring mount. Okay. So let's try this. Okay. All right. Let's try this out. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay. All right. MX Blacks build first. Here we go. CF with MX Brown? No, this one is MX Black full plate. MX Black PP full. 78 O-ring. Sounds pretty good. I got a dip. Oh, have a great weekend, Soran. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let me go through the mods now. That's a nice sounding up arrow. Very nice sounding. Oh. Okay, one sec. Sorry. Do you guys see that? They saw you. Okay. So, there we have it. MX Blacks. Surprise cameo. Yeah, that was a surprise cameo. Anyway. Okay. Oh, it looks like we're in ads right now. I'll wait for people to come back. Really nice sounding. So let's go on to doing the MX Brown build actually. So I'm just gonna, I guess, just put this like that. And then grab my parts here. And then we can do this. Maybe for the MX Browns, we can try some. We can try a top mount build, perhaps. So let's do that. Sorry if you hear stuff in the background. Cooking is happening in the kitchen. What are we doing? Are we doing the soup? For MX Browns, is the tech just spring swap, film, and lube the stem side rails, but not the legs? Yes, that's pretty much right. I would just do that, yeah. Spring swap, film, lube for sure, and then I would not lube the legs on MX Browns just because Otherwise, it's a little too... You pretty much kill the tactility from lubing the lips at all. Some people do still lube them, but I prefer not to because of that. 4, 5, wait, oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kim and Frank is here. Everyone's here. Monka. Oh wait, I forgot my 2 U's. Just be careful when you put the top mount screws in. I was told yesterday that the screws are too short for the thread. I've sent you a DM. Okay. Too short. Oh, because there's a block. That's right. I see. Okay. Thanks for the note. Okay. Or rather, just need this. Okay. Let us lube our steps now. But you know, I'm kind of thinking about that collection showcase thing that we were talking about, and I was like, kind of thinking like, if you, let's say like you're like, oh yeah, this board I got because I'm friends with the designer, and people are gonna be like, oh, you're friends? That's crazy, got the connections. And I'm like, God forbid you have friends who will also make cool stuff. God forbid. But that's F&F. Can you like sell it to me? It's like, yeah. The F&F hack is too strong. Maybe just top 10 favorites since your collection is so large. Yeah, I could do that, but then what happens to the people that I don't include in that top 10? Kind of feels bad. I don't like the whole choosing favorites thing. It's so, it feels neglectful. boy, it's gonna start smelling real good. Sizzle, sizzle. F&F is basically no clip. What about us normies? What do you mean, you normies? I also enter raffles and things like that, you know? Or like just get on a GV, or, you know, put in like a first come first serve form or whatever. I've lost my share of sales. But yeah, there are a few boards, not that many actually, that I got because it was like F&F, or like it was just like or actually in one case, like I've gotten a board because it was like a friend of mine who was like, oh, I'm not getting it, and I was like, oh, and he was like, what do you want? And I was like, yeah, sure. There's nice people out there. Damn, I just got a NOAA invoice. I didn't get the alert though. Oh yeah, nice. Congrats. That's a good sounding sizzle. That's a good sounding sizzle. Is that onions? Oh, it smells so good. Oh, I'm getting so hungry now. We had like a brunch and it was very late, so I'm kind of hungry. Frying in the background, mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's so good. You must be starving. Some say you can tell it's going to be a good meal by the sizzle. Yeah. For sure. Oh wait, sizzle, not rain? The good smell hack, onion and garlic? Oh yeah, classic. Pretty much every meal. I could barely count the number of meals that don't have onion and garlic. I mean, I guess if you have allergies, then yeah. But in my case, at least, almost everything. Are you particular about the gochujang that you buy? Not really, no. Holy marble, that looks so good. I can't. I know. I can't show them meaty hands on all over the board. Every meal isn't supposed to have onions and garlic? I know, right? Show us your meat, Diego, someone says. Not the oil splatter on your keyboard. Oil splatter on keycaps. GG. I just got a new nakiri knife for veggies and have been making a lot of soups now. Oh, hell yeah. We don't have anything special for knives. I have like a American like a butcher knife style, like a cleaver rather, and then we have a couple of chef's knives, like one German one, and then I have like my old Victorinox chef's knife that I bought when I was in college, and I've kept pretty well, so it's still pretty nice and sharp, and obviously we sharpen it, but it still works pretty well. So I think that's all we have, and then, you know, for smaller knives we have like a paring knife, bread knife, things like that. Mr. EPP, hello. How are you doing, my friend? Are you glad that Gorp is finally closed? Are you like happy that it's like done? And it's just now approving renders and whatnot, and then just getting it made? Oh yes, yeah, I bet it's a relief. I mean, you had it good. You pretty much have a guaranteed pre-order, right? So it was not like it was riding on MOQ issues. So you got it good. Do you guys all gorp up? Extra lube. Still feels like nothing happened until it delivers. That's true though. Yeah, that is true. Hi Kiwi. Kiwi is hungry. Kiwi's biological clock says it's dinner time, but our stupid daylight savings garbage thing is telling us that it's not. So he has been impatient. Yeah, but we don't want to like feed him too early, you know what I mean? I'm gorped out of my mind. Nice. Do you pick up any desk mats? I didn't get any desk mats because I have too many desk mats. I think I would have loved them, but then I have to get rid of a lot of the desk mats. I'm like, nobody wants desk mats these days. Hi Ninewalker, how are you? There's a good knife store near me? Oh. Ono Knife Suzukaze SG2 Damascus, knife 165 mil. Oh, cool. I was too poor to gorp up? Fair. Can always pick up extras later. A little premium, but at least you get a product in, you know, it's in stock or whatever. I'm on the buying freeze right now? That's fair. It's all fair. Base, alt alphas, and novelties. Hell yeah. Oh, nice pickups. Did grab a mat, but I definitely did not need it. Yeah. Early stream today? Yes, I am work from home on Fridays usually, or at least I try to, and so I get to choose my hours more flexibly. So I get to start early without the commute aspect, which is, you know, takes up like another, you know, I guess total of like an hour and some. So yeah, it's nice to not have to worry about that. Okay. Been good, been away from keyboards, but I drop in every now and then. That's too nice of you, Mr. 9. one day I will walk into the not distorted sunset, but you know, into the retirement life. Flying out today for Japan? Oh, have a safe trip and have fun. I hope it's good weather and good times. Pray no cancellation. I pray for you. We are going out on a trip too soon. Like, you know, like next week. Next week? Not this week, but the next week. And we're also praying for no cancellations or issues with flights. Very nervous. I mean, people are saying that long haul international is unaffected, but you know, you never know, man. Do you know, where are you going? It's not your first time to Japan, right, Nine? Or is it? If it is, like, where are you hitting up? Or just in general, where are you going in Japan? Are you going to, like, big cities? Are you going to, like, more remote locations? Are you checking out any of, like, the winter festivals? Or, I guess not winter technically, but late fall things. First time, so we going ham? Nice. How long? Because when we went for those like 2 weeks rather before the Seoul meetup, and we did Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, right? But then, you know, next time I think we would do other places completely. I think we would skip Tokyo completely if we could, because honestly, it was whatever. It was okay, Tokyo. It was alright. Just another big city for me. Like, if there's any specific things going on in Tokyo, that's nice, but otherwise, whatever. All of November? Ooh! So that's like 3.5 weeks almost. That's awesome. Have a great time, dude. Sounds so nice. Huh? Oh, it's okay. If you hear something going like it's about to explode, it's just the kettle. Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Hiroshima, Fukuoka. Wow. Nightwalker's hitting up all these spots. That's sick. With some day trips interspersed. Wow, it's a lot of places. It's gonna be fun. Gonna be so much fun. So it's a good time to go right now, right? I imagine it's not like uber crowded yet, maybe? Or, I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's like cooler weather, so I feel like people don't always travel during the colder seasons. Aside from, like, you know, Christmas or whatever, New Year's. It's gonna be a good time, for sure. Sorry about all the background noise. Kitchen things. Being next to the kitchen things. Oh, Kiwi, he's just sitting here. I wish. Let me take a picture of him if I can. Kiwi. 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 Oh wait. Aw. Look at him. He's just sitting. Look at him. Oh wait, you can see him, but I'm showing you my screen. He's so cute. He's just patiently waiting for dinner time. Okay, very nice. Stabs sound pretty good. He's so handsome. Yeah, he really is. I think I'm always I say this every single time I talk about him, but I'm always surprised how like he like listens. He like understands things and like he like reacts to them a lot. It's very smart. Like you compliment him and he sort of like loosens up. He like, you know, we're like brushing his teeth or whatever, and you tell him, oh, what a good boy or whatever, you know, and he like, it's like easier to work with. Just like reacts to the reinforcement. As opposed to that, he also gets feisty when things don't go his way. Like if you talk back to him, like kind of like if he's telling stuff, like he's saying stuff at you, and then you like talk back to him, like, hey, what do you want? Or like you like, you know, say like, oh, like no, like this is not it or whatever. He like will kind of get mad at you, like, because he has like wants, right? Like if you, for example, like you just ate a sandwich or whatever, you smell like, you know, the deli meat or whatever, and he like comes and sniffs you and like, and then you're like, no, this is not for you, and he's like, ah, kind of gets mad. Congrats, you got a rare orange boy with more than 3 brain cells. Yes. He just downloads the orange brain cells and then kind of hogs them for himself. That's what it is. Infinite bandwidth. Going to Tokyo, hunting for tech, hopefully for one day. Ooh. Tokyo for tech? Interesting. Looking for, like, rare Alps or something? I know you don't really care for Tobre. Orange Boys always wants food. Yeah, he's food motivated. I would say he's not like strongly motivated. Like he's not the type who like will do anything for it. But like if you show it to him, yeah, he's motivated. The only thing would be that he, pride. He's I was just told he's not food motivated. He is pride motivated. That is true. He's a very proud cat. He like if you like manage to insult him during the process of giving him food, like you're like, oh, come get it, and you like swing it around him or something, and you're basically like kind of making a fool out of him. He's like, I'm not having it. Fuck off. You're a bitch. Like, basically. Yeah, no, he is pride motivated. Yes, that is correct. He's a very proud boy. Yep. Yeah, no, he's not food motivated. That is correct. He will enjoy food if given to him at his will and the way he wants it. But otherwise, he won't just take anything. That's for sure. We're gonna grab some eel at Fukuoka. Oof. So yummy. I'm so jealous of all the food that you're gonna have, Nine, with like at the price that you get it for. It's gonna be so good. Oh my god, my stomach is like growling right now. It smells so good. Food is like 80% of the reason going? Oh yes. Oh yeah, of course. Fresh food. Fresh seafood in particular. So good, man. Oh, he got hungry. Oh, it's the meat. I see. He knew. He saw you. You wanna just show me the... Look guys, So sometimes when we get meat from the market, like this time we got it from a butcher, we prep a little bit of meat for Kiwi. So we just cook, you know, separately cut it and prep it separately. So we're just letting it rest here, but a little meat for Mr. Kiwi. You can give it to him. Oh, where are you? Oh, you're there. Kiwi, come here. You want some food? Come here, boy. Oh, come. Yeah. Get it. I'm not sure if you guys can see him. Oh no, you can't. Just have some. Here. Have one. Huh? On the table? But it's so messy. Okay, I can try. Is that his personal cutting board? Not quite, but... Kiwi, come here. Oh, he doesn't want to. Oh. Yeah. Here, have it. Just eat it. Just don't drool on the desk mat, please. Good boy. He's like, I'm done. I'm done eating. I'm gonna leave. Good boy. Is the cat spring swapped and filmed? No, he's you don't have to. He's not available. But he's great stock. Oh my god. That's so much fur. Thanks though. Thanks for the gift. Oh, hug Kiwi? Okay, I'll hug him. He might hate this. Ah! Mr. Kiwi, wanna say hi to the peoples? He's like, I wanna go. Okay. You wanna go? Oh, this way? This way? Okay, you can go. Goodbye. Ah, so much fur. Beautiful eyes. Yes, he does have very pretty eyes. Oh. Oh, did that? I think that pen got benched now, didn't it? Oh no, it's fine. Does he favor you or your partner more? Definitely my partner. Technically not my cat originally, so she is the mom basically. And when she's not around, I get favored only because I'm the only person here. So I'm like his emotional support animal. As funny as that sounds. Like he still like does come to like snuggle and hang out and like stuff like that. Like he often sleeps on the bed, like at the feet. He just like curls up and just sleeps there pretty much all year. But generally speaking, he does bother my partner a lot more than me. Yeah. Did your partner give you the look as you answered that? Fortunately, not here to give me the look, so. But I'm sure I'll get the look in just a sec. Alright, I think it's done. So let's try this out now. Has he ever been jealous of you? Oh, you mean Kiwi? Kiwi jealous of me? Only when I eat meat. He looks very longingly when I'm eating like meat. It's like, is there mine? Where's mine? Was Kiwi just a chill guy? He's generally a good boy, but again, he can be proud. So sometimes he will like be very insistent about stuff that he wants. So I would say he's generally chill, but yeah. There are times when he can get a little feisty or whatever. Hello, Matt. How are you? We have 2 cats and the boys are all about me and the girl is all about my girlfriend. Oh, interesting. Well, that's fair. I've dated people who had pets and yeah, I can feel the jealousy sometimes. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some people are like that, I guess. No, I'm okay. I mean, I feel like Kiwi is pretty fair, generally speaking. He's a pretty good boy. When it comes to just like even with his, so like I say this too sometimes, but even when he's like playing with his toys, he's so interesting. He really likes playing equivalently with his toys. Like he doesn't just play with one toy. Like he has phases where he plays with one toy and then the other toy and then the other toy, but like generally speaking, the amount of time he spends with each toy is fairly equal. I don't know how to say it. Like I think that's basically what it is. It's super interesting, but he is he's a fair ruler, to put it one way. Oh my god, come on. There you go. Okay. So let's take this out. How old is Kiwi now? He's 7. He's 7 years old. So he's like an adult cat, you know. Alright, so now let's try top mount on this one. So I think these are the right screws. Okay. So there are these little blocks to kind of, also it's top mount, but it kind of reduces the amount of metal to metal contact here. And also acts to separate the plate a little bit from the top case. So let's talk about plate mounting positions. So on this one, the mounting positions are between escape and F1, between F4 and F5, between F9 and F10, and then between scroll lock and pause. And then we have next to the between left and down arrow, and then around the space bar. Be careful with the top mount screws, they're slightly too short. Yeah, just need to make sure that they are properly seated, and then it should be okay. Okay, so when it comes to this, I just need to make sure that we have it kind of fully up, and then need to set this first up. I'll just use my tweezers. Kind of set up the screw here. But so they can catch on the threads, just need to make sure that okay. Okay, now that they caught on the thread there, it's good. Same thing for down here. So start with 2. Okay, there we go. The screws should be magnetic. Yeah, I think it's. I need to magnetize my. Screwdriver a little bit. I think it's lost a little bit of its potency. Sometimes the pets just don't get along. I do try it with treats and playtime. Yeah, I mean, it's multiple pets is always a complex process. Like, not every pet is the same, so you just have to make sure that they get along right. And for that, it's complicated. It's not that simple. I'm gonna loosen these very slightly. Need to shift this guy here so that it lines up properly. There we go. Okay. This corner screw is not perfectly lined up. Damn it. There we go. Okay. Here, just need to make sure it lines up. Okay, so just wanted to kind of show how these go together, but it's pretty nice. The top mount screws are, the top mounting in such a it's made in such a way where the PCB actually perfectly lines up with this alignment pin, like alignment part here, so it kind of wedges right into the clip of the PCB, so it keeps everything nice and lined up, which is very nice for the top mounting too. So pretty nice little detail there, quality of life. How do the screws feel? I don't have a unit on hand to test for a while. In terms of, are you talking about how, like, if they feel threaded in? They do feel properly threaded if you make sure that the plate is actually flush with the part. But yeah, they're a little bit on the shorter side. Like if, like for example, earlier when I was screwing this one in and the alignment of the clip was not perfectly, was not flush or like clipped in kind of, then this screw would not catch on the thread nearly as easily. So they are slightly short, yeah. But otherwise, they if this is all lined up, then they catch on the threads fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the screw hole has an additional 1.5 millimeter thread length. The screw is just too short. Yeah. So it's just slightly short, but otherwise it's good. There's no issues really. Assuming you're assembling it with care. Okay. So let's try our top mount now. Okay. Nice. All right. Bye-bye, Costco run. Oh, have fun. I love shopping at Costco. I wish I had a chicken bake. I love chicken bakes. I haven't had a chicken bake in years, I feel. Been a minute, but I want a chicken bake. Okay, so what set should we put on this now? We could just transfer over the Prussian blue. Actually, that's fine. We could do that. We could just transfer these over. I miss the affordable acai bowls from Costco. Oh. Yum. Yeah, I mean, we live in tough times. Simply said, right? The ones at the food court that would sell $5 and you'd be given a giant bowl of acai smoothie topped with mounds of fruits. Oh, so good. That sounds so yummy. Yeah, you're making me hungry. I'm so... Oh, it smells so good right now too. Because the prep just happened and right now the soup is boiling, bubbling in the pot. Oh. I can smell it. It smells so good. When Costco has the poke bowls, they're so good for a few meals. Charged up. That sounds so delicious right now. But I'm excited for dinner. Doing a mid-afternoon stream is tough in the sense that you start getting hungry towards the end. Time to turn this into a subathon and order fried chicken. Fried chicken. Yum yum. Starting to sound pretty good, this board. Oh yes, of course I had to do long right shift. Short shift on a TKL, you would lose me there. You think you'll do another holiday subathon, build-a-thon this year? I don't know. Not for the New Year's, Christmas time because I'll be away. just like visiting family, stuff like that this year. So if I do something like that, it would be like before the actual holiday period. Yeah. Maybe I should. I do have a bunch of stuff that I want to like give away / do whatever. So I probably should. I did say I would do it before, but yeah, it's just been kind of hard to manage time. It's more responsibilities and whatnot, so it's kind of tough. Okay, give me a sec here. Some caps on this. Put some artisans on this. Let's see what we can put on it. Let's do. Is this gonna fit? Let's see if it fits. This is wheat slug cap, but it's kind of tight on some cases because it's a little bigger for a prototype. Oh, you know what? I have a feeling I kind of want to do RGB accents, so I'm gonna do RGB, and then maybe for the escape I'll do something fun. Maybe this bogan cap. Maybe I'll do this one. Kind of goes with the colors here. Alright, we'll do that. What's your most expensive artisan? It's hard to say. Some people would say probably like a clock factory cap that I have, but I don't know. Probably that one. All right, folks. Looks like we got it going here, and all right, let's give this a shot, shall we? Surely it's just. Alright, so there is our fragment. Maybe this time we can type on the other angle of the view. Maybe this way. Maybe like that. Alright, let's try this. This window's kind of big, huh? There we go. Okay. Is that in focus? There we go. Okay. All right, so let's try this. Pause that. Oh, the spacebar is not seated properly. I think I might have bent the pin there. So let me just double check that switch. I was just like pressing on the spacebar, but it didn't actuate. I think I bent the pin probably. Oh, weird. Spacebars. Can I program this? Is this... The space key isn't working. Maybe it's not programmed or something. Actually, let me see. Tweezers. Yeah, it's not actuating. Wonder if a diode fell off or something. It's okay. Alright, we can still type on stuff. Just, I'll just type on random stuff, but I think it might just be either a diode or the hot swap socket. No biggie. I'll just use the screen as a reference, but mind you that I am typing random words. Okay, so now this time we have the exclamation build command. So CF plate cherry mix browns with a with lubed and with spring swap and switch films. Dead PCB, sorry about that. I didn't test the PCBs. No, it's okay. It's all right. It's no big deal. I think it's just the space bar though, because the rest seems to be working. Yeah. So you're good. Okay. So yeah. Let's test it out. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna be making a ton of errors, but just mind you. All right. Here you go. MX Browns on a carbon fiber plate on top mount on the Fragment TKL. Woo! Nice. I got an achievement sort of thing. 0. Anyway, very nice. How do you guys like the sound? Do you guys like it? It definitely has more of that like top mount vibe now. Vastly different from the O-ring. Very nice sounding. Has like a nice tonality to the case. There is definitely some empty room in there. That has some resonance, which is like a nice thing though. It's like a nice case resonance into the case there. So top mount definitely sounds and feels like top mount. Still, the mounting positions are pretty nice. So kind of comfortable top mount typing. So I actually really like this. This sounds very clean. And even the modifiers, no strange like echo resonance here and there, no pinging in the case. Very nice. It's a very nicely sounding board. We can try it in O-ring mount for the one last thing that we do, and we can probably wrap it up after that. So yeah. Okay, so let's see. We can try the O-rings now. Oops. to our bridle screws first. Okay. So there comes our okay, so we got 2 O-rings over here. Looks like this one is tighter than this one. I tend to prefer tighter O-rings for builds. So I will go with this white one here. It's not the 70A. I think this might be 50A perhaps. I could confirm that with a bunch of numbers. Yeah, white is 50A. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought too. Whoops, actually, it's the wrong corner. I think 50A would be good with this, so let's try that. Okay. Gotta make sure it doesn't get twisted. So it looks like I twisted it a little bit here. So I just need to make sure it's straight and then wedge it into the slot. Oh yeah, Mr. Hubert, you still around? Do you get your guitar parts back? Okay, there we go. So just mount it like that. So just make sure that this doesn't get twisted. Turn around. Wait, my stream just froze? Oh, just freeze, unplay and play. Play and unplay. Play pause, and then it'll probably come back. Okay. Then just mount it on the positions here. I really like how this mounts. It's a very nice way of mounting this. It's a lot of attention to detail in this case. It's very, very well done. Okay. Oh, we back. Oh, was I dropping frames? That's weird. I wasn't dropping any frames on my side. That's odd. I literally don't have any drop frames here. So strange. Maybe Twitch doing weird things. With all these AWS, Azure, and other issues like Is anything surprising anymore? Okay, there we go. Apparently the ITAR made MOQ, so yay. Oh, that's great, considering that it had to get extended, right, for a little period of time. I'm glad, because I think the ITAR honestly was a unique and fun project. Like a lot of thought went into it, and it was a nice board. And it's kind of unique in the sense that, you know, like there's people out there who will definitely be using it for like work and whatnot. So it's pretty nice. Didn't make 100 MOQ, but it's fine according to Bloody. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in, right? Like MOQ and stuff. It's always a little difficult to gauge interest. So I'm glad that that was the case. All right, I guess I don't really need to plug this in. So this time we can look at it from this angle, and I guess I'll just plug it in for fun. And then I guess I'll just like turn it off here, and maybe I'll just open that up, and then okay, maybe I'll just do that. Okay. Let's try this now. This time we got this is 50A O-ring, MX Brown's CF plate. Okay, here we go. All right, here you go. Pretty nice, very different, kind of completely rids of all that resonance that you get from the top mount. So it is just very distinct from the top mount. So I actually really like this. I think I might like O-ring better with the CF plate and the MX Browns a little bit more. But I feel like if I did the MX Black build, I might have actually preferred that with top mount instead. But yeah, very, very nice. And here are the mods. Very clean, very nice and clean sound to it. So definitely has a on the bright signature. Obviously with cherry switches, definitely more on the clacky side. Of course, that's just kind of like the characteristic of this type of switch and configuration. You know, very typical of my builds, I would say. But yeah, I really like this. This is great. I think what's unique about the board, obviously, is just like the general aesthetic elements that we also add. Like you can also have a full resin badge, wood, not resin, you know, full resin, not full resin. You have the splits, right? But you know, overall, like the proportions of the board allow it to have a much more classic look from like the top view, for example. And then, you know, you go to like the side view and you get a little bit of that wooden trim here, and then you know, you get to see more of the board. But yeah, no, super nice board, super neat board. I really like how this this Fragment TKL is designed. It's very intricate. There's a lot of moving parts here in terms of manufacturing and production, but it's done really well. So I think bunch of numbers really put a lot of thought into this. So I hope you guys, you know, like what you see, because I think I personally do. I think it looks great. Let me go ahead and show you the board again, all built up. So this is right now with oops, I think it's not an autofocus. Okay. GMK Prussian blue on the silver case. And we have wood and resin mixed accents here. Really nice. And then here we have our side profile. Nice Polish sub-legends, indeed, indeed. Then here we have our back with a mix of resin. So it's sort of like fragment, right? So like fragmented. So pretty nice. And then we have a clear varnish and polished wooden piece here. Very, very clean, glossy finish. It's very, very cool. And then the back is also pretty interesting looking, kind of like mixing different materials for a variety of textures, as well as just like the look in general. You get a little wooden accent here, and then you get a brass piece here to kind of cover the back, and then you have the top aluminum case, and this sort of mirrors some part of the front where the wooden accent here also sort of hugs this front part of the board. So really nice. I really like all the little details. Like almost every little aspect of the board has a lot of thought into it, from the corners to, you know, the alignment pins and the alignment of the O-ring itself, the cushioning of the O-ring. Top mount itself is still top mount. The build experience was rather, you know, on the simpler side, and like, you know, just generally speaking, like frankly, this is super nice. I think if you're looking for like an F13 style TKL where you either want a badge or not, actually you can just choose to have the F13 there too. It's great. I mean, it's really nice. So bottom reminds me of an old ship. Oh yeah, yeah, this part here. Yeah, it's cool. It's a very, very cool design. Yeah. So if you're in the market for a TKL, this is coming out for a group buy from the 10th, and then it goes for a whole month. So, you know, check it out by all means. And you can have a look at the configurator on the ABunchOfNumbers website, which is linked in the build command as well. But yeah. Definitely a lot more interesting than a lot of boards out there. Like, I really enjoy this mix of materials. Like, it's very unique. Like, you know, the resin kind of reminds you of like those latrialum, like kind of like ink based resin, and then like ink drop resin sort of stuff, and then the wooden accents are a nice touch. So yeah. But you know, price wise, this is starts around like $340, I believe, and then it goes up from there, depending on your choices. There's 5 different colors: wind key, wind keyless, walnut, oak, brass. You know, backplate cutouts, so it can be different. There you can have a navigation badge, which this one is the split one. There's a full resin one for $20. And then plates, polypropylene, aluminum, carbon fiber, and polycarbonate. And then PCB, hot top or solder. But super, super nice. Definitely check. I think this board is definitely one worth checking out. I think it's very, very nicely done. Like, every little detail of the board is well thought through. And there's nothing undesirable or, like, you know, quirky about it. At least assembly wise, I didn't have any issues. You know, there's like small details like the screws length and that kind of stuff though, but that's just part of the prototype process. But that'll be all nailed down for the production. But I don't really have any qualms with the build process overall. Yeah. Anybody got any questions, requests, anything else? Do you think the spacebar is not working so that when I type a bunch of numbers, I can only type it with all together, no spaces? I'm sure this was a ploy by the designer to have me type their username perfectly fine without a spacebar. Just kidding. I'm just joking. But yes, the badges are not forced. You can go with a regular no badge cutout as well. So if you do no cutout, then you just get you can get the walnut or the oak back, and then I think for the front you just get no cutout. So pretty nice. Very, very cool that you get the choice to do that. Definitely adds to the number of SKUs that are happening for this particular run, this production run. So I wish a bunch of numbers all the best in this whole process. It's a big group buy in the sense that it just has a lot of moving parts, but I believe they've been working very diligently to make sure that it's all planned out, and they even took into consideration the changing situation with shipping and tariffs. So I trust that things will go pretty well. Yeah. But okay, so I suppose that's all I got for today. If you guys have any anything else, let me know. But I don't think there's any keyboard folks currently doing builds, so I think we can wrap it up here. Yeah, I don't see any keyboard folks right now. All right. I missed a Brown typing test. Oh, I can do this real quick. I'll just do random words and stuff. Here. this was O-ring 58 O-ring. I did top mount earlier in the VOD or the stream. And yeah, this is carbon fiber, full carbon fiber plate, MX Browns, lubed and filmed, and spring swapped, and then currently O-ring 58 O-ring mounted. Very nice and clean sound for the O-ring. Top mount has a more kind of like more resonant sound to it, with more characteristic of typical top mount, but also really nice. No particular notes that I would say like are undesirable or like weird. Top mount can be a little finicky. Sometimes you get a lot of that K sound that is a little, you know, can be a little too echoey, but this one doesn't have any of that, which is pretty nice. Nice and tight sound, pretty good. I think the MX Black build would sound pretty good on top mount though. Yeah, I think I like this MX round build better on O-ring, and the MX Black build probably better on top mount. I think I didn't try a top mount, but I think that's what I probably would do if I were to choose between the two. Yeah. Show us the board one more time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So there is the back. This is the resin piece with the wooden finish. This is clear varnish and glossy polish, like finish. And this is the side. This is the back. So the back has a brass weight, and then it has part of the back plate, or rather part of the back plate pieces. There's a wooden accent as well. Kind of goes around the USB port. Then, you know, back plate kind of get held by these screws. And then side profile is kind of on the more classic side, just kind of triangular like this with a nice taper. And then you get a nice little chamfer here for the edges. It's nice and subtle. And then here is the accents for those two. So this is for F13 and for the nav cluster. You can choose not to have one as well. You can choose to remove both of them. You can just choose to have a complete, you know, not blank actually. This would be that full alu piece, so you wouldn't have a, you know, insert at all. You can choose that as well. This is the resin one. So this is the all resin one. It's just like $5 cheaper than the split one. I think I would go with split. There's no way, if I have a choice between split and not split, like split wood and resin and full resin, I would of course go with split. It looks so much better. I mean, at least for me, it looks a lot cooler. So yeah, I think the split wood resin is super sick. I think this is a lot of work to make possible. I think, especially to get all these edges nicely lined up and perfectly fit between the resin and the wood interface. So super nice. But you know, the full resin badges are also nice. You know, kind of has that like nice ink drop sort of like pigment look. So yeah, it's great. I really think that if you're into this particular look, this is super nice. But yeah, very tight. Tolerance wise, like, you know, you can see it's very nice and tight around the keycaps. So fitment, like alignment, you know, like alignment of this is like basically perfect. Like even with resin here, like very nice and tight around the keycaps. So definitely a lot of attention given to things like alignment and things like just like making sure all the parts fit together. For an F13 board, also the side bezel to top bottom bezel proportion is nice and classic, very clean, but still big enough on the bezel size that you don't feel like the F13 top row is crumpled all together. It doesn't feel as crunched up together, which is I think also a very nice touch. So I really like the way this board is designed. It's very nice. Like aesthetically speaking, it's nailed down to the very detail. So there are shapes to make the wood flush with the surface of the resin. Ah, I see. Just to allow for tolerance of the machining of the wood. I see. Showed up late. How do you like Prussian blue? Prussian blue? It's subtle. I don't know how to explain it, but like, it's like a navy. But if you like, so right now I have a warm light over there coming from the kitchen, and if you are, I'm looking at it from this angle, you can sort of see a little bit more of the green part of it. Like it looks very blue on my camera right now, but there's a tinge of green that comes up. Kind of like, you know, it's a subtle, it's a nice and subtle color. So it's a little different from like RØDE, GMK RØDE type of blue. Has a little bit of that green tinge sort of come through, but it's super nice. I really like it. I mean, I love the Polish sub legends on this. I think they go nicely with, you know, with icon mods. So really like this. I actually got the keycaps from Cafage. So if you're in, you know, if you want to get it from them, I think they still might have some. What kind of silver is that? This is a frosty silver, actually, because the name of the colorway is frost for the top and slate for the bottom, which is a dark gray. Just a reminder that the silver should be slightly darker. This one is a touch too light. There you go. So it won't be as frosty. It will be a little bit more... Wait, you can't say the opposite of frost. Doesn't work. But, you know, a little bit, a tinge darker on the silver for the color. But, you know, these will, all the colors will be nailed down to, you know, the designer's spec. They will be going to the factory, I believe, to make sure everything is nicely done. So that's nice. That's like the extra step that designers sometimes take to make sure everything's nicely squared up. So a lot of, you know, attention to detail. Planning on visiting the factory in person to approve the colors. Yeah. So that's a big investment to the endeavor. So not many people do this. Hi Lamp, how are you? Like wrapping up, but really nice build today. Very nice. I'm hungry, so I'm going to wrap things up pretty soon. Can your next set be called GMK Alert Alert? Also, whoa, Prussian Blue. Yeah, Prussian Blue. Yeah. All right, folks. Let's wrap things up here. I guess we can just raid the ducks, the good old ducks. All right, friends. I'm going to go have dinner. Basically, what I'm gonna say. But I will. I might have one more stream. Might. It's a big might. I'm not sure actually. It depends on arrival of parts actually. I might be streaming the Soleil. The Soleil is the sun-powered board by Canon Keys. Basically, it's being sent out to me, and it's like hopefully it arrives. But if it doesn't, then I can't. The group buy is ending like next week, and I'm gonna be away after that. So, but maybe that stream will happen next week, and then I guess just to kind of give you the gist of things. So here's a timeline, right? So Soleil next week. Soleil, technically Soleil. I don't know why I say Soleil. Soleil next week, and then I'm gonna be away for like 10 days or so. Basically, no streams for like 10 days or so, and then later in November, there's a few fun things happening. There's the Nama from Uche Studio that I've been delaying because they've also delayed the release for that. Then there is going to be a cool collaboration stream sponsored by Singa KBD. But you didn't hear it from me. There's no announcement yet, but soon TM. But possibly a single KBD build. And then the Synovia TKL, the new version of the Synovia that Bold is going to be sending out. That's going to be later in November. Kiwi is hungry, so I need to go soon. And then we might have some other things here and there in between. There might be some client builds in between. So, but yeah. Okay. I'll see y'all later. I hope you all have fun. But have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see y'all later, okay? Let's go rate the ducks. And Honda Civic SIX Singa stream. I did not get my Type R from that other one, so I don't think so. No more Hondas, man. No more Hondas. Honda betrayed me. Just kidding. I love Hondas. But yeah. Okay, guys. Have a good rest of your Friday, if it's still Friday for you, and otherwise have a good rest of your weekend. Peace. Bye bye. Oh, it's okay.